Colorado High School Activities Association football is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network tonight from Tiger Field in Wiggins. It's the opening game of the 2022 season as the visiting Brush Bead Diggers take on the Wiggins Tigers. And I'm John Beltran along with Brian Nickel. And Brian, there's a big difference here going into this game for sure when it comes to experience. The Bead Diggers graduated quite a few of their stars from the team that went to the 2A state title game that you and I saw 8 months ago in Pueblo. This Wiggins team was junior laden, and they look pretty special going into this season. So the Bead Diggers have a challenge, as Coach Joe Rosenbrock, his first-year helm, was describing.
Yeah, that's for sure. Wiggins is loaded. They got their quarterback back who had, enormous amount of yards last year, passing and rushing. A lot of their line is back. So it'll be a challenge for the Beat Diggers tonight, that's for sure. So we'll see how it goes. First game jitters with their new lineup, basically, for the Beat Diggers.
Right. I mean, Wiggins senior quarterback Cole Kerr, over 2,000 yards passing a year ago, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Or Nate Tyne is making his first start as a senior for the Bead Diggers, and the Bead Diggers will be kicking it off. You got to get those first quarter jitters out of the way. There's no question about it. Jason Lewisburg is back deep to receive for Wiggins, coached by Mitchell Reisner. The head coach of the Bead Diggers, as I mentioned, Joe Rosenbrock. Also deep to receive is Omar Perez. And to kick it off for Brush is going to be Eric Rico, who's only a freshman. So they're playing some young players here at Tiger Field. The Bead Diggers in their visiting white and Wiggins in their home blacks. A high, fairly deep kick backing up is Lewisburg to the 3. Slips on the field that was rained upon earlier. Straight ahead to the 20, down at the 23-yard line. That's a big open field tackle and a return of 20 yards. Hit was made by Javier Cordova. And Wiggins takes over at their own 23-yard line to begin the game. And keep in mind that this offense has got all types of experience, as we talked about before. They'll mark it at the 24. First and 10 for Wiggins. Opening kickoff brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. They line up 3 laterally in the backfield to the left of the quarterback, 4 yards behind center. Cole Kerr awaits the snap. Option left. He'll take off with the football. He's hit after a gain of about a yard. Nice penetration by the Bead Digger defense. They were led on that side. So we have 2 different rosters. That's the whole thing. Caden Kastrup, a senior, made the hit. Second down and 9 after the gain of 1 by Cole Kerr. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure what you call that formation. It's a lateral eye. And this is Kerr again running to his left. He's got some yardage. The ball is fumbled out of bounds backwards towards the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 5 yards. It could have been more. It'll set up a third down situation. Now, that was one of the problems Kerr had a year ago. He didn't fumble much, but again, 12 interceptions. He wants to cut down on that number if this team's going to make it and go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, he got those 3 guys set up back there. He just basically has his own wall back there that's blocking for him downfield. I've never seen a setup like that before.
Yeah, 3 strong athletic players. Third down and 4 from the 30. Lining up on the left hash mark. Wiggins with the first drive of the game. We're 39 seconds in. That ball went out of bounds, so the clock stops. Now 2 to the right of the quarterback, 1 to the left. And there was movement on the offensive line. False start. That'll set up a third down and 9 yards to go for Wiggins. Even with all the experience, Brian, we know that offenses are going to be rusty going into the first game.
Yep. That's for sure. And even with the experience they have, it's just, you can practice all you want, but getting out there and doing the real thing is a whole different story.
Field looks like it's in good condition despite the rain we had tonight.
Yeah, I think it rained early enough that it's not going to be a factor.
Third down and 9 to go for the Tigers at their own 25-yard line. 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Another on the inside slot now. 1 running back. Perez in motion to the left. And the ball is to Kerr straight ahead. He's down after maybe a gain of a yard. He took it himself, decided not to pass, and a couple of Bead Diggers there to clean it up. Excellent play by Dominic Ontiveros, an excellent wrestler as well. A gain of 1, 4th down and 8, and just like that, Wiggins is going to punt.
Yep.
That's a big stop to begin the game.
Yeah, the defensive line looks real good right now for the Beat Diggers. We'll see if...
Late substitution for Brush and a 4th and 8 for Wiggins. Kerr's only about 5 yards behind center, and this is a high, very short punt. Beat Diggers have to get out of the way that they don't touch it. That ball's rolling around and down at the 42-yard line. It's only a punt of 16 yards. Yeah, that's even more unusual, Brian, that your punter was literally 5, 6 yards behind the center as opposed to close to 12 yards.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any room to extend his leg. Or he'd have kicked the guys in front of him right in their backside.
Now the Bay Diggers have great field position. As their starting quarterback, as we mentioned, is Nate Tyne. 1st down and 10 for the Bay Diggers at the Wiggins 42-yard line. Ty Griffith is the man to watch if you're Wiggins defensively. Griffith with the most experience. And Griffith is in the backfield. Shotgun formation. No, it's Griffith actually. He's going to get the ball. He's going to run to his right. Ty Griffith along the right sideline tries to break out of a tackle. He's down at the 40. So Griffith took the direct snap. And Omar Perez made the tackle. It's a gain of 2. So it's not even Nate Tyne. They'll give him 3 to the 39. 2nd down and 7. That's the way the Bee Diggers are going to play it on the very first drive of 2022 with Ty Griffith as the quarterback. Well, he's a weapon out of anywhere. One running back to the left. Everybody bunched in tight. 2nd down and 9 for the 39-yard line. There's the pitch left, and that goes behind the running back. There's going to be a loss back to the 42-yard line as the ball carrier was Tanner Ludgate and thrown down by Trey Fasecki for a loss of 3. 3rd down and close to 10 to go for Brush at the Wiggins 42. The thing is, Brian, they don't pick up a 1st down. At least Wiggins is going to be backed up quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll go for it on 4th. I mean, unless they try to, unless they have somebody that can corner kick on a punt.
On 3rd down and a short 10, direct snap to Griffith, trying to swing to the outside. He's got room to the 35. 1st down along the sideline, and Ty Griffith with speed to burn. And I think that might have been a face mask near the end of the play at the 27-yard line. It would be a gain of 15. I didn't see a hold. That was thrown from the back judge. Yeah, that's going to be a face mask as the back judge, Darren Baker, threw the flag. And that's what we saw from here, Brian. And the Bee Diggers are going to be in the red zone right now.
Yeah, they're going to get some advance here. But nice run out there by, was that Ludgate?
No, that's Ty Griffith.
Griffith.
Off the direct snap. He's the quarterback. It's not Nate Tyne. But I'm sure we'll see Nate Tyne at some point because he was taking the first team snaps. But there was a face mask. I don't know if it's a personal foul face mask. Might be the 5-yard. No, they're going to say he pulled the face mask for Wiggins. Half the distance to the goal. And it's 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line of the Wiggins Tigers. The Bee Diggers in the opening drive of the season already threatening. Griffith awaiting the direct snap, 4 yards behind center. He'll hand it off on the right side, a seam to the 10 to Ludgate, and he spins out of a tackle, and he's down at about the 6 for a gain of 8. Tanner Ludgate with not only a lot of speed, with some shiftiness as well. And that might be resting on the 5, Brian.
Yeah, looks like it's on the 5.
Just outside the 5. 2nd down and a long one for Brush. Bee Diggers are not messing around to begin this season. Griffith awaits a direct snap, perfect snap, runs off left tackle. He spins. He's got a 1st down inside the 5 to the 3, a gain of 2 for Ty Griffith, and that's his 3rd carry for 20 yards. We'll be having some Bee Diggers shout-outs a little bit later on. Do that throughout the course of the season. Tyler Carmen will be calling the majority of these games, but I'll be on for 6 of the 9 games this year. 8:27 to go, opening quarter. Wiggins went 3 and out. The Bee Diggers knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 3. With one running back, but Griffith, 4 yards behind center, has the snap. There's the pitch left. Swinging it towards the outside, towards the pylon, and a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That is Juan Sanchez Calvillo. from 3 yards away, and the Bee Diggers lead 6-0.
Yeah, he got that edge out there and looked like he was hit about the 1, but he went ahead and drug the defenders on into the end zone.
All right, I've got the wrong. No, it's Levi Cox. Levi Cox. Levi Cox scores for Brush. We have rosters that are really off. Levi Cox, the sophomore, gets in. And now the extra point to be attempted. Yeah, we'll have to clean up what we have here. We have 2 completely different rosters. Nate time to hold. And the perfect snap. The kick is up. That is a nice booming kick by Eric Rico. It is good as the Bee Diggers on a 42-yard drive score. The 3-yard touchdown run by Levi Cox. 8:09 to go in the opening quarter. It's Brush 7, Wiggins nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers did not need to throw a pass on that drive as they went 6 plays, 42 yards in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Levi Cox scores from 3 yards out on that pitch left from Griffith. And it's 7-0, and Rico to kick it off. He's got a strong leg, high end over end. And it bounces off the Wiggins player, and now it's caught off the carom over there by Lewisburg. Took a high bounce. He's got a seam along the left sideline. There's a late flag out of bounds at about the 27. That might be a block in the back against Wiggins. But that was misfielded badly over there. Looked like by Lewisburg. Then Perez caught it. And he took off with a football. And that took a high deflection. Brian, a very weird start to this game.
It's like you said, weird. It's no flow to it right now at all, especially from the Wiggins side of it.
Yeah. I still don't understand why they had Cole Kerr punting only about 6 yards behind center, especially deep in your own territory. And that's one of the reasons, like you said, you got a 16-yard punt, you can't extend the leg.
No.
He's got to be, I'm sure he's a good punter. 1st and 10 for Wiggins at their own 18-yard line, and this team is way too explosive. In fact, now they're going to a Maryland I. Under center is Kerr. So they've changed the offense around. On 1st and 10 for the 18. There's the give, running left into a hole, and the Bee Diggers plug that hole to about the 20-yard line for a gain of 2. And the ball carrier for Wiggins is Julio Flores. 2nd down and 8 to go. For Wiggins, Bee Diggers are gang tackling for the most part. And I think that's always the strategy for Brush. 3-yard touchdown run by Levi Cox. Gets the Bee Diggers on the board. 2nd down and 8 for the 20. Under center, receiver split left and right. 1 setback for Wiggins. Kerr, back to throw, looks to his right. The slant is going to be incomplete at the 30-yard line. It's off the hands of the intended receiver, Pasecki. 3rd down and 8 to go. This is why if you're Brush, you had to get off to a good start because you know what Wiggins is capable of.
Yep, that should have been caught. It was right there. I don't know if the ball might be a little wet.
Could be. Well, they've had trouble on the return. Kickoff returns, you've had 2 slippages. One resulted in a wild ricochet off a shoulder pad that was caught by a teammate. And now Wiggins has to call a timeout on a 3rd down and 8. And let's take it with them. We'll come back in 30 seconds with the score. Brush 7, Wiggins nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with Brian Nickel. 3rd down and 8 for Wiggins at their own 20-yard line. 7:15 to go first quarter. The Bee Diggers lead 7-0. Trips to the right. Cole Kerr is under center. 1 setback. And Kerr slips back to throw. Sets up deep along the right sideline. And it's going to be caught. Or was he out of bounds? Nope. Well, one official saying it was caught. And the other one says it's out of bounds. Now, Omar Perez was the receiver. And apparently, if he caught it, he was out of bounds. I don't know what you saw, Brian, but they called it incomplete.
Yeah, it was hard to tell over on the other side of the field. I thought he had come down with him, but he must have been out of bounds.
4th down and 8. And Wiggins will have to punt. Again, right, you look at he's at the 20, standing at around the 13 and a half yard line. And he gets it up. Whoa, and that's a high end over end. And it's fielded. Fair catch. And the ball is loose. Cox has to fall on it at the 50. He's got to get more secure than that. Levi was lost out there a little bit. He called for the fair catch but never got under the ball. And then was finally able to secure it at midfield.
And it wasn't much of a fair catch wave either. It was just kind of a little one. You usually got to get that hand way up over your head.
Well, and you want to call it early. I think he called that a little bit late, and that ball was descending towards him, and I think that was part of the problem. But Levi did a nice job just falling on that ball. 1st and 10 at midfield. The B-Diggers with a 7-0 lead. 6:58 to go in the opening quarter. Ty Griffith, 5 yards behind center, runs to his right, gets a block, swings it towards the sideline at the 45. A stiff arm to the 41, and then he's dragged out of bounds. That could have been a late hit.
Yep.
But it's a gain of 9 as Omar Perez runs him out of bounds. 2nd down and 1 to go for the B-Diggers. And that play could work all season, Brian, if you get the blocking.
Yeah, right now they're getting it. They're pinning the Wiggins Tigers in. That defensive end needs to come upfield, come downfield a little bit more and try to block that off.
4 carries for 29 yards for Ty Griffith. On 2nd down and 1. Now Nate Tyne is into the game for the first time, and Griffith is in the backfield. Tyne is under center, 2nd down and 1. Tyne is going to pitch it left to Ludgate. He takes it to the outside, a 1st down along the left sideline, and then he's taken out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And again, the B-Digger blocking has been excellent so far, as Ludgate picks up 6 yards, and the B-Diggers already are thinking about making it 14-0. On that left hash mark with 6:44 to go in the first. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need in service at 2. That's B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. 1st and 10 for Brush. Left hash mark at the 35-yard line of Wiggins. There's Tyne handoff right up the middle, and there is Ty Griffith bowling his way to the 31. Before he's dragged down by 3 Wiggins defenders, including Laith Ibram and Cole Kerr, a gain of 4. Well, you wonder, how do you tackle Griffith, right? He is built, He's a house.
Yep, and they've got the offensive line's doing a great job right now blocking up front.
Again, Tyne under center, 2nd down and 6 from the 31 of Wiggins. And there is the pitch right. Here is Ludgate. He's going to have a short gain as he crosses the 30 to the 29. Gain of 2. Couple of Tigers making the play, including Cameron Schmidt. Ludgate now with 13 yards on 4 carries. 4 down territory for Brush. 3rd down and 4 at the 29, and the B-Diggers are playing this at a pace that they really like.
Yep.
Split backfield, Ludgate and Griffith. Nate Tyne is under center on 3rd down and 4. Tyne, handoff to Griffith, left side, 1st down to the 25 along the sideline, and he runs right into a Tiger, and he's out of bounds near the 20 for a gain of 9. Here's the one thing for Brush. You got to keep Ty Griffith healthy because he is really good. He might have been their best player last year. As good as Cesar Hinojos was, and Hondo, and so many other players, and Caden Moriarty. 1st and 10 for the B-Diggers inside the 20-yard line. And this time it's going to be a direct snap to Ty Griffith. Rolls to his right. Evades pressure. Throws on the run. The pass is tipped incomplete. He was getting hit, and he had to throw on the run. First pass attempt by the B-Diggers. 2nd down and 10.
Trying to catch him off guard there a little bit, but Wiggins was right in there on him.
I think the term is, Brian, that I've heard, you keep them honest.
Yeah.
That's the term I've heard.
That's a good term.
I think you taught me that. I'm not that much of a football guy. At least I love football, but terminology, I got to catch up. 2nd down and 10 to go from the 20-yard line of Wiggins. One setback. Griffith, 5 yards behind center, is going to roll out to his right. Pressure coming. Still rolling. And now he's going to be sacked. Not sure why he didn't get rid of the football, but he's thrown down at the 28. Cole Kerr with a sack. Excellent play by the senior, and it's a loss of 8.
Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden they've got away from the run. They were making 4 or 5 yards every time. I'm not sure what their changeup is when they get down, because it's harder to pass when you get closer to the end zone.
Right.
You've got those defensive backs that are up closer.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 19. Griffith is out of the game. They're going to rely on the right arm of Nate Tyne. B-Digger's taking some time. I think they're going to use their first time out if they don't get up to the line of scrimmage. They've got a tight end into the game right now and one receiver out to the right. 3rd down and 19. The play clock is running down, and there's the flag. I'm not sure why the B-Diggers didn't take a timeout. That's just when you have players shuffling in and out, that's inexperience there. Somebody's got to call a timeout. That's got to come from the sideline.
Yeah, the coach has got to realize what's going on there.
Yeah, you can't take that penalty. Now you're 3rd down and 24. And you want to punt the ball if you're down at the 30 or 25-yard line. 3rd down and 24 from the 34. Nate Tyne handoff up the middle. There's a big hole. And down inside the 30 to the 26. That's a gain of 8. And that is Dylan Snelling for Brush. Fourth down and 16 to go. Are they going to use a timeout? You got to use a timeout now if they're taking that much time.
Yep.
Taking a lot of time there.
They're going to let the time run down and then call their second time or call their first timeout.
Well, it should have been their second timeout because they shouldn't have taken a 5-yard penalty. But again, it's only the first game of the season, and there are going to be mistakes. I've made mistakes already in this broadcast.
What's your first Beat Digger broadcast?
Yeah, well,
this year.
First one this year. Well, 25th season for me. I started in 98, and the M's came to my mind. I got to thank so many people that I'll do it throughout the course of the season. Not that it's a farewell, it's just 25. But all the M's. Thank you to Matos Garcia. Great family there. Veronica and their 3 sons that I covered, now covering the youngest daughter, Brisa, and softball. There's also the Maris family. Verna and Greg Maris, they've worked so hard at the concession stands, not only at Sunset Field, but obviously at Jocelyn Needham and Gregory, a great athlete. Pastor Shannon Monday and Teresa Monday, another wonderful family, B-Diggers supporters. It was 10 years ago that the B-Diggers went to the state tournament. Gregory Maris was a senior. Tyler Monday was a junior. There's also Chuck Miller and Norma Miller, Bryson and Jocelyn. And then, of course, Larry Mills, the dean of Brush football, and his wife, Marcia. And Jason and Chris have communicated through email, but thank you to all those families. So much support for me, for the station, for the B-Digger program. It is very special, and I love them all. 4th down and 16. Tyne back to throw. Deep up the right side. Receiver's out there, but he slips. It's incomplete and well defended anyway. And taking over on downs, Cale Stegner, the tight end, was out at the 2-yard line. But clearly, Brian, inside that 10-yard line, it's slippage all over the place because it's happened to Wiggins twice on returns and to the B-Digger tight end right there. And Wiggins will have the ball at their own 26-yard line, trailing 7-0. 3:37 to go in the opening quarter. Levi Cox with a 3-yard touchdown run for Brush. Also, big shout out to, I'll give another one here in a second, on 1st and 10. There's the give along the right side, and a big hole there that closes quickly for a gain of about 3 to the 29. Julio Flores on the carry. 2nd down and 7. And my buddy Evan James is in Tennessee right now. He'll be calling softball with me on Monday against Berthoud, and Evan did a great job on the air for 4 years since he was a freshman. 2nd down, 7. Handoff, Flores left side, back towards the middle. He's got 5 yards to the 35. I'm not sure why they're stopping it. That's not close to a first down.
No, he's
not sure what the official's seeing there. Not even close to a first down. It's a gain of 5, and the tackle made by Hunter Proctor, a junior. Yeah, why are you stopping the clock? You got to get past the stick. Yeah. Well, 2:55 to go. First quarter. Third down and 1 yard to go for Wiggins, looking for their initial first down of the game on their third drive of the contest. Two running backs to the left of Cole Kerr, who's 4 yards behind center, one to the right. 3rd and 1. Is Kerr going to keep it himself? No, he'll hand it off. It's going to be a first down for Flores, who nearly lost control, and he's at about the 50-yard line. He cut it back towards the sideline. He bounced it outside and gained 14 yards for Julio Flores, who had his best run so far. He's got 4 carries for 24 yards, Brian.
He had his best run, and he got hit by his own man right after the ball was handed off to him, and he had to readjust his face mask.
But there's so much traffic in the backfield.
Yeah.
You've got 4 people in the backfield, including the quarterback. That's 4 of the 11. So it's not a surprise that might happen once in a while. Under center is Kerr. 1st and 10, Wiggins at their own 49-yard line. Kerr. And the ball is loose on the handoff, and it's still loose, but Wiggins fell on it at the line of scrimmage. That had nothing to do with the turf. The handoff went to Ellengenna. 2nd down and 10. I thought it was a clean handoff, just couldn't secure it.
Yep.
We're down to 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Brush 7, Wiggins nothing. The Beatniggers have had incredible field position. They scored on a 42-yard drive. 3-yard run by the sophomore Levi Cox. And actually had a chance. They were down at the 20-yard line, then went backwards. Could be a pass formation. Kerr is going to roll out to his right, looking to throw. He sets. Here comes the pressure. He'll take off with a football. Kerr to the 45. Back to the inside. It's a first down. Breaking tackles inside the 35 to the 32. A gain of 19 for senior quarterback Cole Kerr.
Yeah, nice run by there. He faked the defender that came in to try to get him when he was still in the backfield. And when that guy went by, he had room up the middle and then did some dodging along the way.
He did dodge defenders. 1st and 10 for Wiggins at the Beatdigger 33-yard line. Looking for the equalizer. And there is going to be a flag. False start, I think.
I think everybody went with the center.
Yeah, that's the problem. You got to snap it first. Well, Wiggins now in rhythm after looking really, I don't know what the word is, but
discombobulated.
Yeah, in the first 2 drives, absolutely.
Yep.
Not easy to pick up where you left off after having a great junior season for many of these players. But now they're looking in rhythm. 1st and 15 from the 38-yard line. 55 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Trips to the left, no receivers out to the right. Under center, the lone setback is Flores. Kerr awaits the snap. Kerr, quick drop, looks to his left, throws out a screen. It's caught by Perez along the sideline, and he's taken out of bounds. And watch out, Beatdiggers, you don't want to tackle too late. He's got about 6 or 7 yards. They'll spot the ball momentarily. The original line of scrimmage was the 33. This will be the 30. It's a gain of 8. On the pass to Perez. First completion for Cole Kerr. Clock stops, 39 seconds to go in the first. 2nd down and 7 to go from the 30. One receiver split each side. Man in motion, resetting to the left. Kerr will hand it off to Flores. The ball is loose. It's stripped, but it's picked up by Wiggins at about the 27-yard line and advancing another yard. They fumbled the ball twice, but J.R. Meyer picked it up, and he got to the 27. It turns out to be a gain of 3. Well, that's a huge break.
Yeah, Brush is doing a good job reaching in there and trying to get that ball out of there, and have done so twice.
Should be 3rd down and 4. The board says 2nd. It's 3rd down and 4 from the 27-yard line. Naked backfield. Flores in motion to the right. Quick drop. There's a pass out. Caught by Flores. Should have a first down to the 20-yard line. He slams into Beatdiggers, and he's got an easy first down to about the 15-yard line.
First down.
End of the quarter.
Yep. With the score, Brush 7, Wiggins nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran with Brian Nickel. At Tiger Field and Wiggins, the Bee Diggers lead 7-0 on a 3-yard touchdown run by Levi Cox. Wiggins is threatening, though, the 11-yard pickup on the pass from Kerr to Julio Flores. They're at the 15. Well, make it the 16-yard line. And again, to envision this setup, you've got the quarterback 5 yards behind center and then 3 running backs in an I laterally to the left. Not vertically, but horizontally. On 1st and 10, Kerr awaits a snap from the 16 of Brush. He's got it. The ball goes through his hands. The ball is loose back at the 31. He picks it up, and he's taken down at the 35, maybe the 36 as they backtrack it. It'll be close to a 20-yard loss. The snap was a little bit high. And now Wiggins in trouble again. Brody Dick made an excellent hit to make sure that once Kerr picked it up, he wasn't going forward. He was still going backwards. A loss of 19, 2nd down and 29. I mean, Brush is playing well, Brian, but Wiggins is really, they're stubbing their own toe.
Yeah, I don't know if it was wet. I don't know what their problem is. They're sure having a tough time securing that ball.
On 2nd down and 29 for the Bee Digger 35. Trips to the left. Kerr back to throw. Pressure coming. Lofts it up the right side. Wide open is Perez. He's got a 1st down. The Bee Diggers broke down in the coverage inside the 5-yard line. That cannot happen if you're Brush. Got behind the defender to the 4. It's a gain of 31. What a perfect pass from Kerr to Omar Perez. And just like that, they wipe out the 2nd and 29 and a 1st and goal for the 4.
Yeah, that was a pretty pass down that west sideline, that's for sure.
Yeah, you have to know that Wiggins is going to go for a home run. And they did and nearly got a touchdown. Who's going to get the football? At the 4-yard line. Kerr is under center. And a hard count, and they did it to themselves again. Yep. Yeah, Reed Call is clearly frustrated, the new offensive coordinator for Wiggins. Because these things are happening. Wiggins puts themselves in a great position, and then they'll make a play that is unfavorable. And then, at least on this drive, they've worked themselves out of it.
Yep, so far. We'll see what they do here.
Cole Kerr was 0 for 2. Now he's completed his last 3 passes for a total of 50 yards. So his passing game is in rhythm. But it's still a 1st and goal anyway. It's from the 9, so it's not that big of a penalty. Flores in the backfield. 2 receivers split out both sides. On 1st down, 5 yards behind center, Cole Kerr. And now we have another flag and delay of game. Boy,
when did they start the clock?
I'm going to say that's the quickest delay of game I've ever seen. That is a very quick delay of game. Well, here's the thing. They didn't call a timeout when they were calling they marked off the penalty. But even still, Brian, I thought
that was quick.
That's a very quick delay of game. That didn't seem like it went the full allotted time. 1st and goal from the 14. Trips to the left. 11:04 to go, 2nd quarter. Brush leads Wiggins 7-0. The lone setback is Julio Flores. Under center. Kerr's going to roll out to his left. Pressure backside. He spins. He's sacked! Back at the 28-yard line. Oh, the pressure was relentless from Tanner Ludgate. Incredible. The sack goes for 14 yards. That's the 2nd significant loss of this drive for Wiggins. And now it's 2nd and goal from the 28. Now you've got to look for the fade pattern. You just got burned by it a couple of plays ago. If you're in the secondary, you have to anticipate that there's going to be a pass. And they've got, well, they do have a safety out there on the left side. Under center, 2nd and goal from the 28. Kerr is going to roll out to his right. Set up a screen to the left, and it's through the hands of Omar Perez, incomplete. 3rd and goal.
They tried to fool him, I think, like they were going to go down this right sideline, and then he turned and tried to get that screen over there, and I don't know if it was right through his hands, over his head, but it was.
The play looked like it was well designed, but it was not well executed.
Correct. Yep.
You're not going to hear that often. Correct in my direction. 3rd down and goal from the 28. Kerr under center, trips to the left, 1 to the right. Kerr back to throw, plenty of protection. Heaves it deep towards the end zone. That is going to be incomplete. Fasecki, the intended receiver, 5 yards into the end zone. Defended by Levi Cox. It's 4th down. Wiggins, I'm sure, will go for it. Not a bad pass, but I think it needed just a tad more air. Either way, with that tight coverage, Kerr did everything he could to fit that in.
Yeah, he was well covered. They had two guys on him down there.
Brian, there's no way that you and I thought that this would be still a 7-0 game. Wiggins was knocking on the door, and they can still score here. Remember, they picked up a 2nd and 29 with a 31-yard pass from Kerr to Omar Perez. 4th and goal from the 28. Keep everything in front of you. You know they're going to have to do something. And there's a quick snap, and there's another false start. Here's the crazy thing. I know it's the first game of the year, but these Wiggins players have been playing with each other.
Yeah.
You expect these penalties more on the Brush side offensively.
Yeah.
Now, you have a new offensive coordinator. Maybe there's a new system. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm surprised at the volume of penalties committed by Wiggins. 3rd down, make it 4th down and goal from the 33. Naked backfield. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Back to throw is Kerr. Plenty of protection. Now he's flushed. Flag is down. His pass is incomplete at the 13-yard line. It should be against Wiggins, and the B-Diggers would decline that penalty. And it is a hold against Wiggins, and the B-Diggers will take over on downs. And what a tremendous defensive stand by Brush. But Wiggins certainly did help them out, without a doubt.
Yeah, it looks like a first game for Wiggins, that's for sure, but it looks like more like freshmen and sophomores out there playing instead of seniors.
Without a doubt. So the B-Diggers have it at their own 33. A shout-out as well to, I mentioned the Matos Garcia family, but the 4-year starting quarterback who just graduated in May, Alejandro Matos Garcia, now in Champaign, Illinois. He's going to have a nice collegiate baseball career. Congratulations to him and that entire awesome class of 2022. 1st and 10 under center is time. There's the give up the middle, and held up big time is Ty Griffith. He did fumble.
Yep.
And it's recovered by Wiggins. I didn't even see the ball hit the ground, but it's recovered by Laith Ibram. It looked like Griffith was hit on contact as soon as he made contact with the ball, as soon as it was handed off to him. And now Wiggins has it at the B-Digger 32. How many bullets can you dodge of your Brush? Now you're back on defense again, and plenty of time to go in the second quarter. 9 minutes and 57 seconds. 1st and 10 for Wiggins at the B-Digger 31, so the B-Diggers went a yard backward there. 3 in the backfield. Side by side by side. Under center is Kerr. Man in motion to the left. There, the ball is loose there, and it's picked up by Flores. I have to believe there's something going on with the ground. There's just too many snaps. Yeah. Maybe there's some moisture out there that is causing something to happen. Back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe lost half a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 11. I think Wiggins has recovered 3 of their own fumbles. At least 3. Yeah. Maybe more than that.
When I went down earlier and got that other roster, it was sprinkling at that time. So that might have been just enough.
That's even worse than hard rain. 2nd down and 11 to go for Wiggins at the Brush 33. Again, under center is Kerr. Back to throw. Steps. Pressure up the middle. Throw over the middle. The pass is going to be broken up. Incomplete, intended for Fesecki at about the 21-yard line. Fesecki, thank you. That's 4 consecutive incompletions thrown by Kerr. He went for Fesecki. I got to say that right the whole game. That's going to be tough. I keep placing the accent on the wrong syllable. Fesecki. Okay, I went 0 for 2. Now I'm 1 for 3. We'll see. But I never even hit 333 in high school or with the girls. Much lower than both. 3rd down and 11. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. 1 setback is Flores. Kerr is back to throw again. Plenty of protection. Deep along the sideline. It is broken up at the 21-yard line by Levi Cox. Intended for Omar Perez. Perfect defensive play. And it's 4th down, but Wiggins will go for it on 4th and 11 for the B-Digger 33. And this defense, Brian, has been exceptional.
Yeah, they have. They've been shutting down this Wiggins offense, and Wiggins has been shutting themselves down too. But on that play right there, he was well covered.
On 4th and 11 from the 33. Fasicki is one of the receivers out to the right. On 4th down under center once again is Kerr, and there's another flag and another penalty, another false start. I believe that's 5 against Wiggins. Minimum of 5. Now it's 4th and 16. That ball just shy at about the 37.5-yard line. Crazy what's happening in the opening. I can't imagine what the halftime conversation or speech is going to be like in the Wiggins locker room. 4th down and 16 to go from the 37, we'll call it. B-Diggers have 8 up at the line of scrimmage. Pass over the middle is going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down to Meyer at the 20 on that quick pass. It's a gain of 17. What a beautifully designed play. And they keep the drive alive. I think this is where the B-Diggers don't dodge any more bullets, Brian.
Yeah,
you can't. You've dodged too many already.
Yeah, you can only dodge so many. Wiggins is going to figure it out here pretty quick if they don't quit shooting themselves in their feet.
1st and 10 for the Tigers in the red zone again. The first time they were down at the 4 and just went backwards. They're at the 19 of Brush, trailing 7-0. Direct snap. Here's the handoff to Flores. A huge hole across the left side towards the 10. He's going to gain 9 yards in the play. 2nd down and 1. I just don't see how they don't score here. There's just too much going for them right now, especially if they keep it on the ground. On 2nd down, handoff to Flores, running left. 1st down, breaks a tackle. He's inside the 10 to the 5 for a gain of 5. 1st and goal for Wiggins. And we have a late flag. The clock has stopped. I didn't see a flag, but we'll find out in a second. Yeah, the officials are discussing something.
Yeah, I don't see a flag anywhere.
Something happened at the end of the play, and they picked up the flag. There's the flag resting.
Okay.
At about the 6-yard line.
Wiggins is backing up like.
They are. This is going to be a post-play penalty. And it looks like it will be against Wiggins because the B-Diggers are not moving off that ball whatsoever. 7:59 to go before the break. Let's see what the call is. Dead ball personal foul against Wiggins. They've got well over 60 yards in penalties in the opening half. It is 1st down. It's 1st and goal. Should be 1st and goal. Let's see.
Well, let's see.
Nope, it's going to be 1st and 10. It'll be 1st and 10 for the 20. Well, let's see. Are they taking that other? No, it would be 1st and goal. They're taking the back chain down. 1st and, because it is a post-play penalty. 1st and goal for the 20. Can the B-Diggers do it again? Wiggins just picked up a 4th down and 16. Back to throw. Kerr on the quarterback draw right up the middle. He's got some yardage still going. Inside the 15 to the 12. A gain of 8 for Cole Kerr. Utilizing those legs. Kerr now with 32 yards and 5 carries. Now they'll place it back at the 13.
Yep.
Second down and goal at the 12.5. Kerr under center. Flores right behind him in the backfield. Kerr is back to throw. Rolls out to his right. Throws on the run. The pass is incomplete. Overshot J.R. Meyer at the 10. Tanner Ludgate on the coverage. That's the 12th pass attempt by Cole Kerr. And he's only 1 out of his last 7 for 18 yards. That was the one on 4th down.
He's not getting a lot of time back there like
No.
he wants.
And he's got some pretty good, big offensive linemen, but Kerr's such a great athlete. Trips to the right. 3rd and goal from the 12, under center again. Flores now in motion to the right, naked backfield. Kerr, quick drop, throws out to his right, partially tipped and incomplete. I don't think he caught it.
Yep.
Flores did not catch it, but that was tipped, and then it got all the way near the receiver and trapped. 4th down and goal at the 12. Brian, I can't believe the Bee Diggers might pull off another defensive stand.
Yep.
Man, they are doing one heck of a job on defense.
Yeah, I don't know what that personal foul must have been against Wiggins. But that was a killer for him.
4th and goal from the 12. Trips to the right. Under center is Kerr. Flores in the backfield. One receiver to the left. They might isolate him. Back to throw is Kerr. Looking over the middle. The pass is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown from 12 yards away. J.R. Meyer with a catch. And the Tigers are on the board. 2 4th down conversions. One for a 1st down and the other for a touchdown. And Meyer was on the receiving end of both 4th down plays. And now the extra point to be attempted by Omar Perez. And that kick is up. That one is good. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go before the break. It is Brush 7, Wiggins 7. Mustang football and Bee Digger football brought to you in part by Equitable Savings and Loan on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian, the weirdness continues in this game. That took forever for Wiggins to get into the end zone because of the penalties, but a good job converting twice on 4th down.
Yeah, it took them 10 plays. And they started that at their 32-yard line, but it just took them forever, especially when they had that 15-yard penalty when they were down at the 1.
68-yard drive and a 12-yard pass from Cole Kerr to J.R. Meyer on 4th and goal. And now to kick it off will be Omar Perez. Left-footed kicker. This will be a line drive. Takes a bounce, fielded at the 18-yard line, running along the sideline to the 30, and still going at the 32, trying to get a number there for Brush. Return of about 13 to 14 yards. Strong run out there by Percy Odell, a sophomore. Gives the Bee Diggers some decent field position at the 30. 6:31 to go, 2nd quarter. Wiggins has tied the game. The Bee Diggers took a 7-0 lead. Touchdown run from 3 yards away from Levi Cox. Nate Tyne is under center. Griffith, and it might be Ludgate in the backfield. And now Wiggins moved. Ebram crossed the line of scrimmage unless the Bee Diggers, nope, it's against Wiggins. It's been a very tough first half for Wiggins. Penalty after penalty after penalty. They've got to have at least 10.
Yeah.
1st and 5 from the 35. Makes things a lot easier. You can stick to that ground game. If you're Brush, the backs are split. Tyne will hand it off. Big hole up the middle to the 50-yard line. Into the secondary to the 30. Down to the 20. The ball is loose. It is loose. Ludgate fumbles. Recovered by Wiggins at the 10. Oh, that's too bad. 45 yards for Ludgate. Then he was tripped from behind. The Bee Diggers have turned it over. And recovered by Wiggins. Yeah, if you don't score there, you've got to secure it. And he was stripped from behind, and Wiggins has it at their own 10. He fumbled it at the 20, and the ball rolled 10 yards forward. That's too bad, but Tanner Ludgate, man, does he have some speed.
Yeah, I don't know who that was that caught him.
Tanner Ludgate caught from behind. Wiggins has it at their own 10. 6:22 to go in the opening half. Brush 7, Wiggins 7. Kerr under center. There's the give. And no, Kerr's going to Flores on the right side. All types of movement. Flag is down. And so is Flores at the 17. A pickup of 7. That's coming back. All types of movement. And it should be another Wiggins penalty.
Yeah, going to be holding this time.
That could take it back to the 5.
I think it was after the play had started. Yep.
So it'll be first down and about 15. The Bee Diggers are looking for that big turnover.
Yeah, this is the time they need to get it when they're down in the Wiggins end down here.
The ball is placed.
At the 5.
Yep, at the 5-yard line. First and 15. The clock is rolling. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go before halftime. Brush looking for a play defensively to reestablish field position. Although they stop them here, they'll get excellent field position. But this Wiggins offense is pretty explosive. Flores in the backfield on first down under center. Kerr, quick drop, pump, looking, throwing deep along the left side. That's going to be incomplete. And there's an interference. No reason for that. Omar Perez was the receiver, but the Bee Digger defenders held him up. And there was no reason really to try to hold him up because it was well overthrown. But this will be a first down for Wiggins at the 20. Yeah, just let him go. That ball was not going to be caught. That was simply overthrown. So Wiggins gets out of that hole because of a Bee Digger penalty, which has been rare in this game.
After the penalty, it's going to be first down and 10 for your Wiggins Tigers.
We've had so many stoppages of the clock because of penalties, because of incomplete passes. It's going to be a long night. Brush 7, Wiggins 7. The Bee Diggers a 3-yard run by Levi Cox, a 12-yard touchdown pass from Cole Kerr to J.R. Meyer on a 4th and goal. Kerr's up to the line of scrimmage. Under center again on first and 10 from the 20. He will hand it off right up the gut, and Flores is thrown down for a loss at the 19. Bee Diggers all over the place to make that play. Looked like Cale Stegner led the charge. Second down and 11 to go for Wiggins. For Flores, that's his 8th carry. 36 yards so far in this game. Second down and 11,
yeah,
Brian.
Brush has been, that line of scrimmage has been dominated by Brush most of this game.
From the 19. Flores is in motion to the right. Could be a pass play on the second down. Kerr looking to throw. Pumps twice. He'll take off with the football. Plenty of running room to the left. He'll have a first down along the left sideline. And then he dives towards the 34. A gain of 15, and Cole Kerr displaying a lot of the skills he had 1 year ago.
Yeah, that makes it nice when a play does break down and he has room to take off and run.
Well, Kerr ran for 46 yards, and he's thrown for 80. 126 yards of offense for Cole Kerr in the opening half. First and 10 for Wiggins at their own 34-yard line. Under 4.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Out of the shotgun formation. In motion to the right is Perez. And Kerr keeps it right up the middle. Big hole, breaks 2 tackles, a third. First down into the Bee Diggers secondary. Across the 45 to the 50, now to the 49. A gain of 17
Wiggins first down.
for Cole Kerr. And again, Wiggins with all that experience, and now it's starting to show.
Yeah, they're starting to work on the Bee Diggers here now a little bit. So the guy comes in motion, he fakes that handoff, then he keeps it and goes up the middle.
That's why you have to play assignment football. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Player in motion, resetting to the left on first down. Handoff, Flores, left side, stuffed after a gain of about a yard, and that's a generous yard. Excellent play along that side with a first hit made by Luke Ferguson, a senior. Second down and 9 to go. The thing is, when Wiggins stretches the field, that's when Brush is in trouble.
Yeah.
When they stretch that field, they've got the athletes. when they keep it tight, the Bee Diggers, as you mentioned, are really controlling that line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9 yards to go for Wiggins. Shy of the Bee Digger 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, running back to the left. Now in motion to the right, naked backfield. And there's going to be an option play, and Cole Kerr swings it to the outside, and he tried to break a tackle, but he's down. Ty Griffith spun him down at the 46-yard line for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 7. Good open field tackle by the Bee Digger senior.
Yeah, he's a tough runner to bring down, but he was able to grab him and spin him down.
And Brian, on this 3rd and 7, this is nothing for Wiggins.
No.
They had 2 4th-down conversions on their scoring drive earlier in this quarter. Operating on the short side of the field, trips to the right. 3rd and 7. Flores to the left. They got to cover him out there. Back to throw. Looking, pressure coming, and then he tries to flip it forward, and the Bee Diggers throw him down because the knee was down, and so is Kerr at the 50-yard line. It was caught. But that's going to be a loss of 4 yards. Catch was made by Schmidt. Kind of like a little shovel pass.
Yeah, he was looking for anybody he could get rid of that ball.
Well, it looked like Stegner was in there. Way too much pressure as far as Wiggins was concerned. 4th down and 10. Now can the Bee Diggers come up with a play? And that clock is working against Wiggins now with 1:44 to go. And it could work towards the Bee Digger favor if they get the ball back. Trips to the right on the short side of the field, 1 to the left. 4th and 10 from the Bee Digger 49-yard line. Watch out for the potential home run. And now a timeout is called by Wiggins with 1:32 to go before halftime. Remember, the Bee Diggers get the ball to start the second half, which I don't know how much that means at this point.
The Bee Diggers got to watch for that tight end or whatever he is, like the one that they scored that touchdown on, where he just goes straight down the field. That's open right down the middle of the defense.
Well, it's clear offensively. Brush has a pretty solid running game. The passing game is still a work in progress. Wiggins has a better passing game now than a running game, but their running game is really Cole Kerr.
Yeah.
When you get him isolated, whether it's an option or he swings it to the outside or a quarterback draw or a quarterback pressure, and then he gets out of it, although the Bee Diggers have recorded a couple of sacks in this game. And now they've got to figure out something to throw the Bee Diggers off balance on a 4th down and 10 from the Brush 49-yard line. The Morgan Community College halftime show is coming up. It'll be part 1 of a 2-part conversation we had a few years ago with Randy Dreitz, the head coach of the 2014 2A state champion Brush Bee Diggers. Again, that's coming up during halftime. 4th down and 10 for Wiggins at the 49 of Brush. And now Kerr is he's standing 7 yards behind center. He might be punting this ball. The Bee Diggers have nobody back. Let's see what's going to happen. And he's going to roll to his right, and he gets it off. A gorgeous punt by Kerr. It'll bounce at the 8, and it stays right there. It dies at the 8-yard line with 1:23 to go. Excellent punt by Cole Kerr. That goes for 41 yards.
Yeah, he had to spin on that thing, and it just spun a little bit, and went down.
Well, I'm not sure how many timeouts Wiggins has remaining, because that would factor in. But the Bee Diggers have 2 critical turnovers in this first half. Hasn't cost them yet. At least too much. Just shy of 8 o'clock. This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. On 1st down from the 8-yard line. Under center. Now rolling to his right is Ty Griffith. He'll take off with the football along the right sideline. He's got some yardage across the 15-yard line. Close to a 1st down. And do we have a timeout called? I thought I saw timeout call, but it's 2nd and short. It's a 1st down, a gain of 10. Nope, no timeout call. It was just for the movement of the chains. And if you're Brush, you keep it on the ground, and maybe you break a big one. You can set up a field goal attempt by Rico. Good first half running wise for Ty Griffith. Down to 48 seconds to go. This time, he's 5 yards behind center. Griffith looking to throw, rolls out to his right. He'll take off again. He'll throw along the sideline. Passes intercepted at the 40-yard line. Down to the 30. Across the field, there's running room to the 20. This could go for a pick six at the 10. And now out of bounds, and that's a late hit on Brush. A late hit at about the 6-yard line.
Yep.
Picked off by Cole Kerr. And I don't know why the Bee Diggers just didn't run out the clock there. And it's easy to say now, Brian, but they're deep in their own territory, and they barely thrown the ball.
Yeah, there was no reason. They should have just, like you said earlier, they get the ball and start the second half. You'd run it out, go to the locker room tied.
Well, it's about a 35-yard interception return, and not a good decision by Griffith to get rid of that ball. There was no chance it was going to be complete. I don't understand why the Bee Diggers just didn't run out the clock. Would have gone 7-7. Now they more than likely will trail. There's 30 seconds to go before halftime. That's too big of a risk, and now we've got a flag down. Another flag down. Nope, that's not a flag. There's a football out there. Timeout for Brush. Yeah, that is confusing to me. The ball's at the 3 now.
Yep.
I mean, if you're at the 30, 35, but at the 18? And you got to the 18 on a 10-yard run.
Yeah, it's
And here's the thing, Brian, you haven't completed a pass yet.
yeah, you just outthink yourself. Somebody needs to be there. You know, I don't know who's their offensive coordinator with Brush.
Well, there is a new coaching staff, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's a play call from the sidelines. The player makes the decision to throw.
Yep.
But there is no way, with that little time left, that you go for a home run. And I know it sounds like Monday morning quarterback, but you have a lot of new players on this offense, and this changes the momentum of the game completely. First and goal from the 3 here for Wiggins, and Cole Kerr has had a tremendous first half. No surprise he's been this good. Awaiting the direct snap. Kerr might take it himself. Kerr is going to hand it off to Flores. He's dumped at the 5. That's another mystery. They call a timeout. It's a great play by the Bee Diggers coming through. The first hit provided looked like Brody Dick. Loss of 2. Brian, that's the other thing I wonder. Why didn't Kerr should keep that football? He's got a better chance than Flores, doesn't he?
Well, I would think so. Use Flores as a blocker. Keep the ball in the hands of your best player.
24 seconds remaining. Wiggins either has 1 timeout or 0. That we do know. Still a weird first half.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been disjointed the whole time.
Well, and it doesn't make for enjoyable football.
No, it just
because you're not sure what's happening. You're witnessing a competitive game, but a lot of penalties. The Bee Diggers have turned the ball over 3 times in the first half. Second and goal from the 5. Looking over towards the sideline is Kerr. Now up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun. Cole Kerr gets a snap. Quick drop. Looks to throw towards the end zone. Tipped in. Intercepted at the 1-yard line. Watch out from behind that you're not stripped. And that's a huge play. It's picked off by Brody Dick. At the 1-yard line, the Bee Diggers do it again defensively. Incredible. It was deflected, and Brody was waiting right there. Brian, that adds to the bizarre half we've had.
Yeah.
I mean, that just adds to it.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen from play. You don't usually know what's going to happen from play to play, but this is just
not in this game.
But this is just crazy, as John would say, craziness.
It is craziness. We have 16 seconds to go. I mean, take a knee at this point. I don't think they're going to take a knee, but the Bee Diggers do have 3 turnovers. They're better off taking a knee. This will be a handoff on the right side to the 22. Gain of about 5. That is Tanner Ludgate.
Looks like that'll be it.
Thank goodness. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy first half. With the score, after 24 minutes of very unique football, it's Brush 7, Wiggins 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's begin the second half. John Beltran along with Brian Nickel. The Bee Diggers and Wiggins Tigers deadlocked at 7. The Bee Diggers getting a 3-yard touchdown run from Levi Cox. And then the Wiggins countering in a 4th and goal from the 12. A touchdown pass from Cole Kerr to J.R. Meyer. Omar Perez will kick it off. Back deep to receive for Brush. Is Levi Cox. Standing at his own 9-yard line. I'd say all things considered, with all the graduations the Bee Diggers had in 2022, good first half for Brush. Can't afford 3 turnovers, but they're still tied at 7. And if they don't commit a turnover in the second half, they could win this game.
Yeah, get that running game continuing.
And this is a line drive that's going to stop at the 5-yard line. Cox has to pick it up, run to the 10, swinging it to the left to the 15-yard line. He's got a seam, and he tried to break out of a tackle from behind at the 20. So basically, that's exactly what happened. Cox thought it was going to go into the end zone. It did not. And he took it out to the 20-yard line anyway. That's where the Bee Diggers will have their first possession of half number 2. They have established the running game. The passing game is really non-existent because they've only attempted 2 passes. One was incomplete. The other was intercepted, both thrown by Ty Griffith. Nate Tyne is under center. The backs are split, 1st and 10 from the 20. There's the give on the left side and a short gain for Tanner Ludgate to the 23. Cole Kerr has had a great game so far, made the tackle. 2nd down and 7. Ludgate is up to 66 yards on 7 carries.
Yeah, those are quick hitters, too.
Very quick hitters. I like that.
You don't have to hold that block that long on the line.
Nope,
it's open, you're through.
You're going to gain yardage just like that. 2nd down and 7 from the 23. Again, the backs are split. This is a handoff on the right side. A 1st down, and breaking into the secondary to the 50-yard line is Ludgate. He hangs onto the ball this time, down to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 30 yards for the speedy Ludgate.
Yeah, he had both arms wrapped around the ball that time.
Up to 96 yards. No reason the Bee Diggers have to throw the ball.
No.
They are really effective on the ground. 1st down and 10 for Brush at the 47-yard line of Wiggins' first drive of the second half. This is a give to Griffith right up the gut, trying to break a tackle, and he bulls his way to the 45, driven back. It's a gain of 2. Looked like a Wiggins Tiger was getting scissored over there. That's Pepper Rusher, the senior defensive end. 2nd down and 8 to go. Well, the one thing we know for sure, Tanner Ludgate is a game breaker.
Yep.
No question about that. From the 45 of Wiggins. On 2nd down, there is the pitch left, looking for a seam, and nailed at the line of scrimmage for nothing is Ty Griffith. Nowhere to go. Nope, check that. That's Cox. Yeah, how could I confuse the two? I mean, they're both good running backs, but they're not built the same. No gain. 3rd down and 8 to go from the 45.
They were making their yards off the right side on the quick hitters, and then they've gotten away from it.
I just think they're trying to keep Wiggins honest defensively, but it hasn't worked. Now Griffith will await the direct snap on a 3rd and 8. He's going to roll out to his right. He slips, takes off with a football. He's got a seam and close to a first down. He's short. Beat Diggers will go for it inside the 40 to the 38. Maybe they might backtrack it as a gain of about 7. Oh, they'll go for it.
Yep.
It's a 4th down and 1. Griffith up to 60 yards on 10 carries. Yeah, there's no doubt. If you're Griffith here, get the direct snap and just slam into somebody and pick up the yard. 4th and 1. Is he going to go under center? He will. From the Wiggins 38. Griffith. Hard count. He's going to hand it off. Oh, that's going to be a loss. Thrown in the backfield. It's a big-time loss. Dylan Snelling thrown for a 2-yard loss. He never really got out of that backfield.
Nope.
And Wiggins takes over at their own 40. Well, they wanted to have a quick hitter there, but that was not necessarily a quick hitter.
No, they only had a yard to go. I thought maybe you'd do a quarterback sneak. But
well, when you go under center, that's the thing. You don't have a running start. 1st and 10 for Wiggins, and there was no chance on that play for Snelling. With a loss of 2. 8:44 to go, 3rd quarter. Tied at 7. Under center is Kerr. Cole Kerr will hand it off to Flores. He's got a seam across the left side. He runs into a beat digger, but not before a gain of 7. Hard contact there. 2nd down and 3, and they're right up to the line of scrimmage. 44 yards on 10 carries for Julio Flores. There's the give to Flores right up the gut, right at midfield. That's going to be a 1st down, gain of 3. Wiggins now playing some smash mouth football.
Yep. Yeah, they did give it to him. Okay, I didn't know if they'd give him.
Yeah, that's got to be a
it's
first down.
It's on the line. Why aren't they moving the
yeah.
chains?
I mean, to the chain gang, come on, guys. No, you can't snap it yet.
No.
And that looked pretty obvious. 1st down and 10 from midfield. Part of the football's on one side of the 50 and the other is on the other side. Out of the shotgun. Awaiting the snap is Cole Kerr. He's going to run to his right, take off with the football up the middle. Nearly a 1st down. Looks like he might have one at the 40, a gain of 10. Or the Beat Diggers make the play, and now they're starting to run to the Beat Diggers. Taking advantage.
He's got those 3 blockers out there in front of him. He just follows them.
Tackle made by Luke Ferguson. Direct snap to Kerr. Kerr, after a flag is down, gains 3 yards. That's going to come back.
Yep.
And again, Wiggins shooting themselves in the foot or stubbing their toe, as Brian said. That's clearly a hold.
Yep.
And it's going to take it back to midfield, set up a 1st and 20. I mean, this is one of the bigger offensive lines Brush is going to face this year. That's a big offensive line. They're going to, I don't know if Fort Morgan's got the line that Wiggins does. Hence why Fort Morgan struggled to run the ball last night.
Yep.
7 minutes, 24 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Brush 7, Wiggins 7. Levi Cox with a 3-yard touchdown run. 12-yard touchdown pass on 4th and goal from Cole Kerr to J.R. Meyer. On 1st down and 20. 2 receivers split out to the right, 2 to the left. Kerr 4 yards behind center. Quarterback draw, runs into a teammate, and then has a yard, and that's it to the 49. Excellent tackle by Ty Griffith right around the ankles. 2nd down and 19. At some point, you have to key on Kerr.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Down.
Hopefully that's a cramp. Hopefully that's a cramp. I think it's a cramp that Ty Griffith has. Yeah, he can't move.
Stretching out that right leg.
Yeah, that muscle tightens up so badly. There's really nothing you can do until you loosen that thing up.
Yeah.
First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your reality. or your vision of reality, I should say. Visit buildingsbydesign.com. That's Buildings by Design. They're stretching out that right leg after the tackle by Ty Griffith. When play resumes, a second down and a short 19 just inside the Bee-Digger 49, nearly midway through quarter number 3. Bee-Digger scored in their opening drive of the season, but that's been it, and still hasn't stretched it out. In fact, Griffith is hopping off the field. Got to go get hydrated. That means Nate Ton will come into quarterback when the Bee-Diggers get the ball back, but maybe Griffith will have stretched it out prior to then, but he's still got a tight calf muscle.
Working him over there on the sidelines. I thought maybe they'd get him off the sidelines just a little bit farther.
Yeah, he's barely behind one of the coaches. Well, it's next man up if you're Brush. 2nd and 19 for Wiggins at the Brush 49-yard line. Flores is the lone setback, trips to the left. Kerr, 5-step drop, deep drop, looking to throw. Pressure coming, steps up. His hit as he throws. It's caught at the 15 to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Trey Bezicki. 49 yards from Cole Kerr. He got loose. And Wiggins leads 13 to 7.
Yeah, he came from that left side over there and just headed diagonally across the field, and he was wide open. He got behind that Brush defensive backfield, and it was right on the hands.
Now the extra point to be attempted by Omar Perez. 2 touchdown passes for Kerr. High snap, the kick is up, and that one is just inside the right upright. It's good. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Wiggins has their first lead. Wiggins 14, Brush 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. A 60-yard drive after a very good defensive stand by Wiggins. And Cole Kerr with a 49-yard pass to Trey Bezicki. On a 2nd and 19, he's converted a 4th and goal at the 12 and a 2nd and 19, both for touchdowns. And Wiggins is in the lead 14 to 7. Now the Bee-Diggers have got to respond.
Yep. They got time.
Oh, there's plenty of time.
Plenty of time. They just got to stick to what works for them.
That's the thing. Keep the ball on the ground. Perez to kick it off.
Well, they got
Yeah, there's a Wiggins player also cramping.
They're trying to get him farther off the field, I think.
Well, he's outside the boundary between the 30 and the 30. I think they want to place him within the boundary of the 30, of that 40-yard boundary. He's outside of it at the 20, whoever that player is. Let's see if Ty Griffith is going to check back in. Griffith is getting up right now, trying to loosen up that right leg.
Yep.
Well, they still don't have that player off the field, or off the side. Looks like a lineman.
On your feet.
61, I'm not sure who that is, but now they get him in the proper placement.
Levi Cox is back deep to receive. A good return would help. Brush trailing for the first time in the game at 14 to 7. Kickoff, a high, fairly deep kick. Cox is going to let it bounce, and he picks it up at the 5 to the 10-yard line, jitterbugging to the 15, along the sideline. He has popped at the 19. That is a big, big hit at the 19-yard line, a return of 14.
Tackle made by Tony Ellington. It's going to be first down and 10.
Now the Bee-Diggers now with good field position. Ellington made the tackle for Wiggins. You need ball control here.
Yeah. Yep. Those kickoffs, the ball hits the ground, it just dies. There's no roll to those kicks whatsoever. Most of the time you let it go over your head at the 5-yard line. It goes on into the end zone, but that ball's just dying out there tonight.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Receivers split left and right. Quarterback Nate Tyne under center. The backs are split. There's the give on the counter left side across the 20 to the 21. For a gain of 2 is Tanner Ludgate. Ellington made the hit. Ludgate did have that huge run on the most previous drive. He is now unofficially at 98 yards on 10 carries. 2nd down and 8 to go for Brush at the 21. You have to be extremely patient. And I don't see Griffith in the game. So they've got their big horse on the sideline. There's a give on the right side, and a big hole closes quickly at the 25. That might have been Ludgate again. Everybody bunched in tight. No, that time it's Snelling. Gain of 4. 3rd down and 4 to go at the 25, left side of that line, in on the hit for Wiggins. Yeah, the rosters that we have here, a little bit of a mess. A Miracle Lorenzini in on the hit. And the Bee Diggers have to call their first timeout. Bee Diggers call a timeout, trailing 14-7 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They had the lead after the first drive of the game. That's why we were saying, Brian, if they could have gone up 14-0 when they had the chance, this could have changed the foundation of this game. But it didn't. But it's still early enough, they don't have to go to the pass.
Oh, yeah, there's still 5:10 left in the 3rd quarter, so they just got to execute now.
Well, but just think of the defensive strategy for Wiggins. They just have to stop the run. Easier said than done, because if you have one strong dimension, you don't need a second dimension. But for the Wiggins team defensively, I mean, they just have to zero in on the Brush running game.
Yeah.
Now, who's going to get it done? Is it going to be Ludgate? Is it going to be Cox? Is it going to be Ty Griffith? But you cannot have Ty Griffith hurt at any point, and he's not in there now.
No.
You've got Snelling and Ludgate. 3rd down and 4 to go at the 25-yard line. Brush trails 14-7. Tyne is under center. Looking to throw play action. He throws it out to his right, incomplete. Stegner was the intended receiver at the 36, but he was well covered. Actually, there was a receiver along the sideline, and that might have been, I'm not sure that was on the right side. It was not Snelling out of the backfield. That was wide open, wide open. But Nate did not look downfield. He looked shorter. Now the Bee Diggers will have to punt. In to punt is Byron Flores on this 4th down and 4. Wiggins has got a smell right now.
Yep.
They are smelling major momentum. High snap to Flores. Here comes the rush and nearly blocked. High short punt, and the ball bounces to the 40, and it's down to the 39. Only a punt of 14 yards. Wiggins has tremendous field position. Tremendous field position. They're thinking, Brian, they got to go up by 2 scores now.
Yeah, they can't. You can't waste an opportunity like this. And the special teams, at least the punt game tonight on both sides, has not been good.
On 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line of the Bee Diggers. Now, I'm impressed with some things Brush has done, but the offense is going to fall behind early in the season, and it has. Under center is Cole Kerr. On 1st and 10. Kerr had trouble with the snap, hands it off to Flores. He's got a couple of yards, and that's it. Not even that. We got 2 different spots. Might have got him right back at the line of scrimmage, and Tanner Ludgate is now down. Oh, boy. Gain of 1. And he's getting up. Is that a left knee? I'm not sure. He cramped. Man, if you get Ludgate and Griffith hurt, you're in real trouble.
Yep. That takes away your big backs.
You're in real trouble if you're Brush. Yeah, especially only the first game of the season. So 2nd down and 9 to go. From the 38-yard line. Trips to the left. Let's see if this is a passing situation. Kerr will hand it off to Flores. A big seam across the 35 to the 30. He breaks out of a tackle. Got the right sideline to the 12, maybe the 11. A gain of 27 for Julio Flores. First down for Wiggins.
Caught his balance out there with his hand and was able to take it on down. What, about the 12, about the 11?
Yeah. Flores now up to 75 yards on 13 carries. Wiggins again is knocking on the door. 1st and 10 from the 11. Kerr will hand it off to Flores, running off left tackle, and he keeps going. He breaks a tackle, he spins, and he's down at the 1 yard line, maybe the 2.
Yeah.
It's a gain of 9.
Yep.
They were containing Flores. No more. No more. Wiggins is about to take a 2-touchdown lead, and this is going to be insurmountable because the Bee Diggers don't have the type of offense without a passing game to really come back. Late in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 1 from the 2 yard line. Kerr hands it off to Flores, left side, and he spins, and he is into the end zone. A late signal from the official. Touchdown. Touchdown for Flores and the Wiggins Tigers. 2 yards out, Wiggins has scored 20 unanswered points, and they lead Brush 20-7. Here comes Omar Perez for the extra point.
Yeah, Flores is a big back. He's a big
yeah.
kid.
Well, he finally got going.
Yep.
And the extra point barely got over the crossbar, but it is good. 3 minutes. 3 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. It is Wiggins 21, Brush 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers trail the Wiggins Tigers 21-7. Julio Flores scores from 3 yards out, or actually 2 yards out. No surprise here. Wiggins, with all that experience, overcoming a ton of mistakes in the opening half and now looking like the team they were supposed to be. And that kickoff is going to land and be fielded at about the 5 yard line, running straight to the 20. Flag is down. That's going to nullify a big return. Still on his feet at the 35 yard line, and nearly a face mask there, jitterbugging and all types of moves, and down at about the 34.
Going to be offsetting penalties.
Yeah, let's see who that return man is for Brush. They've had different returners. In this game. Now that was Juan Sanchez.
Got a offset, re-kick? No. Looks like it. Looks like they're going to
Yeah,
re-kick.
they will re-kick.
All right, Tiger Nation, let's do this again. On your feet, Tiger Nation. On your feet.
Guess I've never seen offsetting penalties on a kickoff before. I didn't realize. I thought it would just be a first down where the play ended, but apparently not.
Well, Perez will kick it off now from the 40. Yeah, I just thought they just walked it, but
Yeah.
Here we go with Omar Perez kicking it off. And that's a line drive, and Sanchez going to back up at the 9, straight ahead to the 15. Looks to his left to the 20. He's got speed. Then he is leveled at the 24. Wiggins' special teams play has been really solid. A lot of these B-diggers are getting hit flush.
That was a big hit, number 10, whoever that.
Yeah, that was Jacob Doran with a hit. I still say the B-diggers just stay to your game plan. You got 2:39 to go in the third, trailing 21-7. But you can't have Ludgate and Griffith both hurt. I mean, let's see if Ty is back in there. And you're going to be down to your third and fourth running backs. It's just too hard. From the 24, there's the give, and there's a loss of a yard. I mean, let's see who got the ball there. That was Griffith.
Yep.
But he was thrown down. There was no blocking on the left side because all the B-diggers are doing is running the ball, and Ibram made the hit.
Yeah, Wiggins is winning that battle in the trenches right now.
Second down, 11 to go for Brush at their own 23-yard line. We've got 2 minutes to go in the third, and the B-diggers trail 21-7. Now, you don't need a secondary for Wiggins because all the B-diggers are doing is running the ball. There is the pitch right, swinging it to the outside is Ludgate, and he doesn't have a block at all, and he's going to lose yardage as well. B-diggers' running game was excellent in the first half, and they had a good 30-yard run by Ludgate earlier in this quarter. But it's a loss of 3 yards. Third and close to 14, the ball just outside the 20. And you've attempted 3 passes, and the B-diggers have completed none. 2 incompletions and an interception. Trips to the left. Nate Tyne out of the shotgun is going to roll out to his left. He's got pressure, and it's batted down by Cole Kerr. Cole Kerr was right in his face. Batted it down, intended for Levi Cox, and the B-diggers have to punt.
Yeah, Wiggins has got all the momentum right now. Rush is not blocking like they need to. They're just not doing proper things, but this is kind of what we'd expected, I believe, somewhat out of them anyway.
Yeah, first game of the season, a lot of fresh starters.
Well, Wiggins isn't making the mistakes like they were in that first half of giving the ball over to Brush every time, too. So
Byron Flores to punt for the B-diggers. Back deep to receive is J.R. Meyer. That's a beautiful spiraling punt. Bounces at the 47. And it's down at the 50. I'm not sure what Meyer was doing there. Why is he near that football? I mean, Wiggins just going to commit a turnover they don't want to. You've got to get away from that ball. As well as they played, you don't want a decision to backfire. And now the Tigers have the ball at midfield. And we have a B-digger penalty that Wiggins is going to decline. 54 seconds remaining in the third. And the penalties, it's illegal procedure or illegal formation, either way. Yep. But the ball's at midfield. First down and 10 to go.
Are they going to mark it off?
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you decline the penalty, you get the field position. You don't get the penalty and.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you accept the penalty, you have them re-kick.
First and 10 for Wiggins at the Brush 45. So they not only get the ball, they get 5 yards even closer to the end zone. Kerr is under center. Cole Kerr turns, hands it off to Flores, running off right tackle. He's held up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. and driven back. And that might have been Griffith. Nope. It's another B digger. Dominic Ontiveros. Second down and 10 to go. Clock is running down to 20 seconds in the third quarter. From the 45, just shy of the 45. Now down to 9 seconds. Kerr under center on second down and 10. There's the give. And Flores going to be hit again by Ontiveros. And it's a loss of about half a yard. And that does it in this third quarter, but a very productive one for the Tigers, outscoring the Bee Diggers 14-0. It'll be a 3rd and 11 when we come back. It's Wiggins 21, Brush 7. Bee Digger football is brought to you in part by Miller's Landscaping on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Along with Brian Nickel, I'm John Beltran. We head to the fourth quarter. If the Bee Diggers have any chance, Brian, they got to stop them right here.
Yeah, they got to dig in. Of course, they've done a nice job here on the first 2 running plays, so we'll see what they come up with. They got to still contain that quarterback, so he can take off anytime, and he's got a nice ball he's throwing too.
Wiggins has been great on 3rd and 4th down, leading 21-7. 3rd down and 11 from the Brush 46-yard line. Trips to the right. Kerr is back to throw, sets, throws towards the sideline. It's caught underneath. J.R. Meyer is short of a first down at the 37, but this will make it a very manageable situation. A gain of 9. And they will go for it on 4th down and 2. They'll definitely go for it. If they run the ball, you got to just keep it in Kerr's control. 4th down and 2 for the 37. Out of the gun, Kerr runs to his left. Kerr's got a first down. Kerr to the 30. It's a gain of 7 for Cole Kerr. Ryan, pretty predictable.
Yeah, they got that set up where they got those three backs lined up to his left, and he just used them as blockers. That time he used them a little bit and then cut it up the middle.
I don't know if they're going to throw the ball much. There's a whistle. False start against Wiggins. Now it really doesn't matter. Under 11 minutes to go in the game. And Wiggins with a 21-7 lead over Brush. And the ball resting at the 35-yard line. And the clock is rolling even after the penalty. Bee Diggers looked great in the first quarter.
Yep.
Scored on the 3-yard run from Cox. Looked like they were going to go 14-0. Then the offense, they've had a couple of decent plays, but mainly stagnant since then. Naked backfield on 1st and 15 from the 35. Kerr with a quarterback draw is going to gain a couple of yards, maybe 3, as he backs his body to the 32. Middle of that Bee Digger line is there to make the hit. 2nd down and 12 yards to go. Cole Kerr is going to compete for the 2A or the Class 1A Player of the Year. No question.
Yep.
I mean, he put up about 3,300 yards of offense last year, and he's already putting up big numbers tonight. He had a knockdown at the line of scrimmage. He's had an interception. Had a big pick near the end of the first half. 2nd down and 12 from the 32 of Brush. Kerr drops the ball. It's loose. He picks it up. He's getting chased from behind, and then he breaks out of a tackle, and Kerr is still going. Kerr breaks another tackle, and then he's down near the 31. He actually picks up a yard. How tough is this guy?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Brody Dick made the hit.
Should have been brought down 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he just found his way to scrap his way back to the line of scrimmage, or almost the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 11 to go for the 31. If the Beat Diggers don't rally, it'll be a pair of 0-1 teams on Friday night in Brush on 10-10 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network in Brush and Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan lost last night 13-10 to Conifer. On 3rd down and 11, Kerr rolls to his left, sets, throws towards the sideline, complete. First down to Omar Perez at the 19, a gain of 12, and that was well covered, but an excellent delivery.
Yeah, that was a pretty pass. That was a strike right out to the edge of the field there. Kerr went down. He's feeling it a little bit. He's headed back to the huddle, but he got hit right after he threw the ball.
They're in the red zone again, under 9 minutes to go in the game. Wiggins 21, Brush 7. 1st and 10 at the 19. Kerr will give it to the D-back running left, and that's a nice hole. I believe that's Flores again.
Yep.
To the 6, a gain of 13.
First down!
And he's following his blockers real nice. Their line's doing a nice job, and then those two backs are leading him up through there.
Stop.
98 yards for Flores. There's the give to Flores, stutter stepping to the 5. Now he's still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and he's down to the 1. Julio Flores just running with a reckless abandon. 2nd and goal from the 1. Wiggins has already scored 21 unanswered points and looking to add to the lead. Well, they're going to mark it at the 2. On 2nd down and goals, this is going to be Flores again. He's the deep back. Kerr turns, hands it off to Flores. Left side, touchdown. Touchdown. Another short touchdown run by Flores. 2nd of the game, and the Tigers lead 27-7 with under 8 minutes to go in Wiggins.
Yeah, they're just getting the blocking up front now. They weren't running that, winning that line of scrimmage again. And he just puts his head down and he gets 2 or 3 yards every time.
Disciplined football.
Yep.
And Wiggins has been very disciplined in this half.
Looks like they need somebody out on the, looking for an extra player, extra lineman.
They're going to have to call a timeout.
Get it set up.
Play clock is still not at 5. They might get this off. High snap, kick is up, and I think he hooked it.
Yep.
It's off to the left. 7:51 to go in the game. It's Wiggins 27. Brush 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran with Brian Nickel. Brian, another effective and impressive drive for the Wiggins Tigers as Julio Flores scores for the 2nd time of the game, another 2-yard run.
Yep, it took them 10 plays, but they finally got in there.
And they didn't have to go far, just a 45-yard drive.
Yep, yep.
And now Perez to kick it off. This could be the final Beat Digger possession of the game. Down 27-7, but nothing to worry about. It's only game 1. Takes time with this ball squibbed and picked up at the 25-yard line along the far sideline, the left sideline, to about the 37 or 38. Might be Sanchez who returned that again. I don't know if they're even going to attempt a pass at this point.
Yeah, just keep, this is the time now to work on your run game. That's going to be your bread and butter right now for the Beat Diggers, is going to be running the ball.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for Brush. Wiggins with a 20-point lead. Cole Kerr with 2 touchdown passes, an interception. He has been all over the field. Direct snap to Griffith. There's the handoff and a loss of a yard. And Levi Cox was hammered at the 34-yard line.
It's going to be second down and 12.
Just hammered there.
Yeah, they're getting some big hits on him now.
Well, that's the thing. They're hitting him flush.
Yeah.
Call it second down and 11 to go. Now, Wiggins is going to have a special season. They anticipated this after a 6-4 campaign a year ago. On second down and 11, direct snap, Griffith rolls out to his right, throws underneath. It's caught. Short of a first down, but it's complete to the 43-yard line. First completion of the game. That is Luke Ferguson, and it's a gain of 9. I'm sorry, that's a victory right there for Brush.
Yep. You can use that short passing game just like a run game.
That's what the Patriots did for years with Tom Brady.
Yep.
Bunch of little 6-7 yarders. Clock stops with 6:58 to go in the fourth quarter. It's Wiggins 27, Brush 7. Third down and 2 to go from the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, running back to the left. There's the pitch left and swinging it to the outside. Looks like Cox, and he's going to be held shy of a first down at the 44. He had some running room, but man, you're running so laterally, you got to move forward, and he had no shot to move forward. Man, they give him, 1 yard, 4th and 1. Wow, maybe 4th and 2, I don't know. Yeah,
close.
he picked up, it's 4th and 2. Thought it got him the 44-yard line. Griffith should line up 4 yards behind center. He's going to go under center. They did this last time on the first drive of the third, and they couldn't pick it up. 4th down and 2. Will Griffith keep it himself? Quarterback sneak. First down for Griffith. Excellent play. On a quarterback sneak, you pick up 4 yards.
Let's see if you want to go over the left, so if they don't have those guards covered defensively, you ought to be able to pick up a little bit. And they got 4 yards out of it.
Griffith at 51 yards in the opening half, only 12 on 4 carries in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 47. Griffith has the direct snap, cuts it back to the inside, breaks a tackle, a second tackle, and then is tackled at midfield. A helmet goes flying for Wiggins. Cole Kerr's helmet, and now he'll head to the sidelines on his 2nd down and 7 to go. Brian hit the nail on the head. Just stick with this game plan. The game is already lost. There's no chance of winning. So stick with the game plan. See if at the least you can almost run it into a 2-minute time zone in that range. Right now there's over 5 minutes to go. 2nd down and 7 to go for the Bee Diggers at midfield. Griffith is now under center, and he will hand it off right up the gut to Snelling, and that's a gain of a yard to the 49. Tripped up by a couple of Tigers, including Ibram and Jorge Mendez. 3rd and 6 for Brush at the 49. I mean, I like what they're doing. It's nothing flashy, but this is going to be their game. It's ball control.
Yep.
That's how they scored on the first drive. 3rd down and 6 from the 49 of Wiggins. Under center, once again, is Ty Griffith. Rolls out to his right, looks to throw, pressure coming, stops, takes off with a football, and then he's going to be out of bounds. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage or perhaps gained a yard. It'll be 4th down at the 48, a gain of 1. And the Bee Diggers will go for it with 4:07 to go.
Yeah, he had to pull that down there. Tigers had good coverage in the defensive backfield.
On 4th down and 5 from the 48. Griffith will hand it off, then the ball is loose, and Griffith falls on it. They'll turn it over on downs. No gain. It'll be Wiggins football, and they're just going to try to run this thing out. They pick up a couple of first downs, and that'll be it. And they will win this game by at least 20, if not more.
Yeah, it took them a while to get going, get started. It took them basically a half to cut down on all the mistakes, and they've shown what they can do.
Well, the goal for Wiggins now is not to get anybody hurt. You've scored 27 unanswered points. On 1st down and 10 from the 49, Kerr's under center. He will hand it off right up the middle and lunging to the 48. That's Mendez for a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. And just eat up clock.
Yep.
No reason to do anything other than eat up clock. And that's what they're doing, taking their time. We are under 3.5 minutes to go in the game. And the Tigers have scored all 20 points in this second half. It was tied at 7 at the break. Letting the play clock run down as Kerr on 2nd down and 7 from the 48. There's the give to Mendez. He spins to about the 45. Gain of close to 3 yards. Snelling made the tackle for Brush. 3rd will call it 5, just inside the B-Digger 46. Yeah, all the positives for the B-Diggers came in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 from the 46. And they'll probably go for it if they pick up 2 or 3 yards here. On 3rd down, there's the give to Mendez, and he's hit by Griffith after a gain of 1. Very aggressive tackle by Ty Griffith. Now the B-Diggers will call a timeout on a 4th down and 4 from the 45. Yeah, Brush is not giving up. The game is lost, but they're not giving up whatsoever. And you can.
They're still out there hitting hard, as that was witnessed there by Ty Griffith on that tackle.
No surprise that the Brush contingent is out here. Standing room only on the Brush side. I mean, there's not one available seat on the visiting side behind the B-Digger bench. That's why you got to love Brush.
Oh,
I mean, they support their teams. And I've seen that for 2.5 decades.
They travel well.
No, that's a key. Certainly helps you in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to look up there and see all that support for you.
4th down and 4. Well, kind of they moved that football during the timeout. It was 4th and 5, now 4th and 4 from the 45. Kerr's under center. Cole Kerr will hand it off left side. Flores, 1st down. That's a quick hitter. Off left tackle inside the 40 to the 38, a gain of 7. Julio Flores is over 100 yards.
Can I announce that?
Yeah.
He's unofficially at 111 on 21 carries, 111 yards unofficially.
Yeah, they've been doing those quick hitters, and those makes it easy on that defense or on that offensive line where you don't have to hold that block for a very long time.
Well, they could just run out the clock. It's down at the 37. On 1st down, Kerr's going to hand it off to the D-back, and that's going to be a loss. Tank Garrett with the play. Mendez thrown down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about a yard. Nice play by Tank. 2nd down and 11 to go for Wiggins at the B-Digger 38-yard line. Wiggins leads 27-7 with 1:18 to go in the game. Go-ahead touchdown was a 49-yard pass from Cole Kerr to Trey Fasicki. Only 2 plays left in this game. On second down, see if Mendez gets it again. It'll be Flores this time, breaking tackles, still going, held up across the 35 towards the 33. Give him about 5 yards. Up to 116 unofficially. Now Wiggins can just take a knee. Wait, do we have a timeout? Why?
I have no idea.
Why are you calling a timeout? You don't want to do something like that unless you want to get a player in who never plays just for one play.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't understand that at all. But I'm sure there's some sort of logical explanation. But the Wiggins Tigers have come to play. Some beautiful football in the second half. They got all the mistakes out in the first half, and we're still tied at 7 and could have been up by 14 points. Yeah, I don't see anything
mistakes.
different.
Too many mistakes.
Yeah, I'm still not sure why Wiggins called a timeout. Nonetheless, it's third down and about 4 to go at the Bee Digger 32-yard line. Because you take a knee and that's it. The game is over. Cole Kerr from the 32. Play action, rolls out to his right, throws towards the sideline. It's incomplete. Through the hands of Fasicki.
Not sure what they're up
and
to.
you got to really start questioning that. I don't know what they're doing there. That has to be personal. That's got to be personal. Because this game is over. This game, there's no reason to work on the passing game. You've established you're a good passing team. And I'm not going to apologize for what I just said. That has got to be personal. To throw, and all you have to do is take a knee and the game is over.
Yep.
Fourth down. And about 5 to go at the 32. Under center is Kerr. Kerr will hand it off on the left side. That's going to be a first down to the 26-yard line, a gain of 6. And that'll be it. And the ball carrier on that play was Looseberg. And the Wiggins Tigers have come away with a very impressive.
They called another timeout.
20. They did.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sorry. This is personal at this point. This is personal, and there's no place for it. I mean, one timeout, and then you throw the ball. Now you're doing it a second time. That is personal. And anybody who wants to contest me on that, bring the evidence. Bring the evidence. This game is over. Wiggins has played a great second half. But this has nothing to do with healthy high school competition. First and 10 at the 26. I mean, yeah, you still have Looseberg out there. He might get another carry. Just picked up a first down. There's the pitch right to Looseberg. He's thrown down for a loss by Stegner at the 33-yard line, a loss of 7.
That should be it now.
Yeah, well, let's see. I'm not sure yet. 10 seconds to go. Yeah, other than what's happened here in the final 45 seconds, this second half that Wiggins has played has been impeccably strong. It's been great. And let's see what happened here. Did they signal another timeout? I thought I saw a timeout with like a second to go. Let's see what happened here.
Looks like it's over.
Yeah, it should be over.
Your final score here tonight, Rush 7.
Yep.
That is personal. That is personal.
27.
Final score, Wiggins 27, Brush 7. We'll take a break. We'll recap the football version of this game on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran along with Brian Nickel as the Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you purchase for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water with Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy, 970-571-2024. The Wiggins Tigers win the opener over the Brush Bee Diggers 27-7. The Bee Diggers got on the board first, a 42-yard drive as they got into the end zone on a 3-yard touchdown run from Levi Cox, and then had a second chance, and that's really where the game turned, Brian, because they went backwards. If they score on that second drive, I think it's a different outcome. I'm not saying Brush would have won the game, but that would have put a lot more pressure on Wiggins, down 2 scores instead of 1.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, when you're down 2 scores, you're going to start changing your game plan a little bit. And Wiggins did what they had to and came out and looked a lot better in that second half. That's for darn sure. They cut down on their mistakes and got the ball in the end zone.
Wiggins did respond, though. They had 2 fourth-down conversions on the same drive, and they finally got into the end zone, a 12-yard touchdown pass on 4th and goal from Cole Kerr to J.R. Meyer, then took the lead in the third quarter. 49-yard touchdown pass from Kerr to Trey Fazicki. That was a beautiful pass, and then 2 scoring runs of 2 yards out from Julio Flores, 1 in the third quarter, 1 in the fourth quarter. 27-7 the final score, and Wiggins overall unofficially 356 yards of total offense. The Bee Diggers with 184 as Kerr threw the ball 22 times and was 11 of 22. And I've got him unofficially for, 150 yards in those 2 touchdown passes. Of course, you had the big catch there by Fazicki. And Kerr was also very effective on the ground, 13 carries, 82 yards. Flores had 22 for 116, and that was the majority of the offense for Wiggins. Again, 356, 206 on the ground, 150 through the air. The Bee Diggers had 9 through the air, a 9-yard catch from Ferguson. Tanner Ludgate went over 100 yards. Check that, he did not. Wasn't far from it. He had 10 carries for 95 yards. Ty Griffith had 15 for 67, and then Snelling had 4 for 11. Bee Diggers are headed to Bee Digger Stadium next Friday night, a 7 o'clock kickoff, as they will take on the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The only unfortunate part of this game is what happened at the end.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on there, but the only conclusion, the 2 conclusions that I'm going to make, very simply, as I said before, calling 2 timeouts when all Wiggins had to do was take a knee, and then they threw the ball. That has nothing to do with a competition out here. That was personal. And the second observation, that was done to deliberately embarrass Brush. It's the way I see it. I mean, what other, Brian, do you have any other explanation of what I just said?
No. Yeah, I don't understand it at all. It was uncalled for. It's not sportsmanlike at all.
But Wiggins is very talented. They're a Class 1A title contender. There's no doubt about it. And when I was speaking with Randy Wilson and the new AD, Andy Schoen, before the game, I said, there's no excuse for Wiggins this year. They are really, really good. And they're going to make a deep title run. They've got an incredible quarterback in Cole Kerr. He's a fantastic leader, does it on the defensive end as well. You've got beef at the line of scrimmage, outstanding running back in Julio Flores. And this Wiggins team will be very special in 2022. So they get the job done, but the Bee Diggers, I'm sure, will bounce back next week. And that should be a tremendous game at Bee Digger Stadium. Tyler Carmen will have the call right here on 1010 KSIR as they will face the Fort Morgan Mustangs, both teams at 0-1 on the season. For Brian Nickel, I'm John Beltran. The final score tonight, Wiggins 27, Brush 7 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.